So she thinking I'm upset about something. She come in the living room.
Okay, I'm gonna act like someone, and I'm giving a talk to someone in middle school or whatever. And
Wait. Don't you dare mention the banana. Please. Oh, Jesus.
okay, okay, spiritual aspect, I go for that. So you know, in church, and especially we're gonna go church kids, preacher kids, all of that, evangelist kids. We're gonna go to that part. So anybody who grown up in church kids, grow up in church culture, they always tell you the only thing they tell you is it's a sin to have sex before marriage, which is true. Then if they have those videos, they show you getting gonorrhea and those little diseases or pregnant, and then they show a woman having a baby just to scare you out of that stuff. And they just say it's a sin and it just don't do. So most church girls, that don't work because you see what happened to most church girls. As you hear the little thing, they always say church girls is the most freaky. Anyway, you know they'll look at that. So anywho, okay. So what they need to tell people is this, and I think a lot of people they should talk about the spiritual connection, um, which is people don't talk about soul ties. Every time you sleep with someone, you get a little soul tie, or you get whatever energy that they had going on, and you start dealing with what they've been going on, got going on. People don't tell about that. Um, how some of these songs says like love is a drug, uh, which is also use the same, as you always know, the dopamine, you that come out is the same pleasure hormone you use when you're smoking or you're doing drugs or you doing stuff that you like. It's called dopamine. So people and make people addicted to that, and that's why they get addicted to that. But they don't talk about the soul ties and the spiritual. How a lot of girls be broken, and every time they leave a relationship, they take a little bit of that other person with them. I can't think of anything else on the spot. I might think about it later. I'm gonna let either you or SpongeBob TV say something.
I'll let the fun mom.
That's deep, girl. Ooh, girl, that is so true. Like, I agree with you completely. Like, I really wish that people would teach like the nitty gritty of everything. Not just say, oh, don't have sex. It's a sin. You're going to get chlamydia. Like, we need to know more than that. And I agree, like soul ties, all that stuff. Like, literally, like when you going out having sex with people. And the thing is, we're human. So we're gonna make mistakes, and we could pick the wrong person because we're human. And we think sometimes when we're young, we're not actually qualified to pick the right person. Like, we don't have that wisdom. We don't have all the knowledge about that person. We just having fun, probably doing stuff under peer pressure. Oh, I like him. I like her. We're not really mature enough for that. And I think that's why God tells us to wait until marriage, because by that time, your mindset has matured and you can choose appropriately. But God also says to ask for his wisdom. I feel like that's important. But like, I agree. Like, you should definitely be taught everything regarding sex, like what it can do to you mentally, how it can break you. And to be honest, a lot of time you will be with a man, right? And he done been there slept with Keisha, Shonda, Sarah, all these women. And you with him, and you have to like think about the fact that he done slept with these other women and shared your penis that's yours and that you married. It's not a good feeling, and Keisha had the same penis I had. Okay, that make you feel some type of way. So I see why God wants us to wait, because it's special when it's just you and him. And that's the only sex part that they had. It's beautiful. It's not as easily done as we would like. But I see why God wants us to do that, because when you do that, And not only this, guess what I found out? Glad y'all brought this up. That was the Lord. Guys, actually, if they keep doing it and doing it and doing it, they lose sperm count by the time they get to the woman they want to be with. If they had sex multiple times with people, they lose their sperm count. They also lose their feeling down there somewhat if they keep doing it with multiple women. And by the time they get to the woman they really want, they can't even get as hard as they used to because they didn't gave this woman all goodies. Yeah, that's scientific right there. Like if he been slept with a whole bunch of women, and by the time he get to you, he can't get as hard as he would have been if it would have been just you. So God be knowing, honey, like it's amazing every day. Oh,
On the court,
yeah, I can black that out.
I had to go get my whistle.
Yeah, that's so true, right? It's so true.
Okay, from the guy standpoint, one thing I didn't think about, not to cut you off, you gave some really, really great point. But like how I was discussing with some of my friends, guys and girls, we had a group discussion, and it came out sometimes you go
about women go after the wrong men, and
Pookie
then
and Ray Ray,
and then Pookie and Ray Ray, and then they put all the men as bad or not good men because they have bad selection in men. So that's what she was talking about.
And to go back to I can't say this not to just take up for the fellas. I mean, all right. I look at it as the fact is you both got some bad apple on the guys and the girls, and like how you mentioned earlier, when guys didn't want us to have that knowledge at a young age. Some of, like you said, is peer pressure. Some of it's curious. And the thing is, when we're young, all we hear is you shouldn't have sex. Some people are scared not to have sex through seeing, like, if you're a black, you see how Emmett Till got mauled and how other people, the Scottsboro got thrown in jail. But then once you sit, like, you go to HBCU, oh my God, I'm safe. I see all these beautiful black women, all shapes and sizes, very, very scrumptious chocolate. She looked like they came fresh baked out the oven. She got cake. She is caked up and caked out.
So all the women. That must have how it looked when he went on campus. The first time he saw them women on campus.
The first time I saw this beautiful woman beside me. Woo! Jesus. I made it very, very clear and told my friends, this is who I want. I knew at that moment I felt a spark. And I said this. She would either be my best friend, a good girlfriend, or my wife. The year before she graduated college, the pastor gave me some insight about her and about his situation. I said, she ain't about to be my friend. She ain't going to be my girlfriend for much longer. She's going to be my wife. And that's what I did.
That's beautiful.
We now return to our regular scheduled programming of Miss Fun Mom TV, telling you guys why you shouldn't have sex. I will step out for a second. Before marriage. Oh, that's the other thing. Let me touch on that real quick before I pass the baton back to you or Miss Journey. Some people think that when you try to tell them that you're judging them when it's not. It's just like people who divorce. You can gain advice and knowledge from everybody else. It's they're trying to save you from making the same mistake. Because if they knew what they knew now, they wouldn't make the same thing. It's like, if I can go in a time machine, I wouldn't go back and do these same choices. So when somebody taught you, which not to go too off topic, just like the disconnect I feel that we have with the older generation. Some people can't take heed, and some people don't respect what somebody has to say. And they're only saying that to you not because they think that you're being a fast dude or being a fast girl. They're trying to save you from making a mistake, because all it takes is having sex once, and it can change your life.
Yeah, I know a lot of young people get peer pressure because that's all you see now these days with phones. Like actually, when I was little, just to be back, them kids was bad. Honestly, them kids. When I was in elementary school, them kids used to my classmates who used to be doing stuff, grown people stuff, nasty stuff, during reading LA time when it's supposed to be quiet time, reading, and then they used to be doing nasty stuff. And I was like, y'all nasty. I used to go up front because I ain't want to be involved in none of that. So these days kids get exposed to this stuff earlier and earlier and earlier in elementary school, and so you got to start. I guess parents have to talk even early and early, even before. And then they, it used to be the talk in middle school, high school. Now it's elementary school because they're getting exposed to stuff.
And that's the other thing. When it does come to parents, you also have to take accountability, and you shouldn't let your kids listen to this music. We're not trying to tell you how to parent, but you wonder why some of your kids so damn bad. You can't just let your kids listen to Cardi. You can't listen to your kids listen to Nicki. And not that we got any issue with those artists, but the genre that they are talking to and their target intended audience is supposed to be for older people, not for the youth. Talking about it's time for the twerkulator.
I think it's peer pressure, because I do notice a lot of times it's peer pressure. Like all people always say, some of it is like, if you date someone, if you love me, you would do this for that. Some of that for some children is peer pressure, because it's like, I know with guys, they make it, if you ain't did this, then you lame-o, or they'll try to say that you gay or something, and they're like, you lame-o, and then they're like, you ain't got nobody. So sometimes these guys lie to seem cool, because I guess it's a macho thing. They gotta prove.
Oh yeah. Hit that macho man. Fellas, that's something that you guys gotta really, really take heed to. The fact is, what you said is very, very factual. As a guy, if you don't have sex by a certain age, they try to take away your man card. When in actuality, you need to look at it. Listen, when a woman finds out you're a virgin, she wants to claim a stake at you. You ever seen Hunger Games, when instead of them eliminating a district, they trying to eliminate each other to figure out who can get you. You're a valuable asset because nobody else has claimed you. Same thing about a woman. If she's a virgin, she can ask the virgin price. And a lot of people don't understand that when you enter a relationship, especially like with older people, like I've had older women try to talk to me and ask me for a virgin price. I'm not about to sit here and take you out on a date for 2 or 3 months for a chance to have sex with you. If you're not giving me sex, you're giving somebody else sex. But at the same time, not every guy is just trying to get in your pants to have sex. And that's the thing that, women, you have to also better, I don't want to say better yourself. You have to have a higher expectation of yourself. Don't think that all you have to offer is sex, because it's not. And then when you wonder why some guys look at you, not every guy wants to have the used vagina. I'm sorry. If I know you've been giving it out to everybody else, only thing I'm going to say, fuck that shit, I'm out.
Oh, yeah. Women, just remember, you can't let guys put a price on you. Your time is valuable too. Don't just let somebody just waste your time and think that you're just worth a quick fuck, because you're not.
Say, she ain't worth nothing but a nut in the dump. And what he meant by that, put a price on a woman. Because some guys do say some very hurtful things, and you can't let them just peer pressure you into having sex. And back to what I was saying earlier, saving yourself for marriage really is a blessing, because you get to experience, different and new things. If you've already had the sex, what is it left for marriage outside of the commitment and companionship?
I think it makes you more loyal too. Easier to be loyal when you can go out there with a bunch of different partners. I think, if you only have one partner in a marriage, it makes you more loyal. Easier to be loyal versus some females who probably have multiple partners. I think I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
Also, like with obedience and trust, so you have to know not to just try every flavor. Discussion, business and pleasure. And join me today to talk about that business and pleasure is the